Classroom of Forgotten Names. I knew something was wrong the moment Ms. Dyer walked into our classroom, her smile stretched too wide, her gaze lingering just a second too long. Every time I glanced up, I'd catch her watching me, not the class, not the board, just me, like I was the answer to a question only she knew how to ask. The weirdest part? No one else seemed to notice. The first day, it was just a feeling, an itch at the back of my neck. By Wednesday, I realized classmates were missing, their desks empty, their names barely whispered. I'd try asking around, but everyone acted like the absent kids never existed. Even my best friend, Jay, stared through me when I mentioned Olivia, whose laugh used to fill the room. Ms. Dyer's eyes followed every word, every breath. Each morning, fewer faces greeted me, and her smile grew sharper. The air in the classroom tasted metallic, like old pennies and secrets, and the fluorescent lights flickered as if struggling to stay awake. By Thursday, I was the only one left. The clock ticked backward, hands looping in slow, mocking circles. Ms. Dyer didn't bother with the lesson, she just sat at her desk, scribbling in a notebook, humming a song that made my bones ache. I thought about leaving, but the door wouldn't budge, and the windows showed nothing but swirling darkness outside. My phone was dead, or maybe time just didn't work here anymore. I finally mustered the courage to peek at her notebook. The pages weren't filled with words, but with shifting, wriggling lines, each one pulsing with a faint glow. My name was at the center, surrounded by the faded names of my classmates. Ms. Dyer looked up, eyes all pupil and hunger, and I understood. She was feeding on our memories, erasing us from existence, one by one. As her shadow crept across my desk, I felt my own name begin to blur, the world dimming as I realized no one would ever remember I was here.